Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is going to be the next installment in my You Do Not Need That series. If you are new here, this series is for you if you are on a no buy or a low buy, or you are overwhelmed with FOMO, you're trying to be good, you're trying not to spend money on makeup, you don't want any more makeup in your home, and you need talking out of all these very tempting new releases. I am here for you. So before we get started today, I just want to answer a question that I feel like I get in every one of these videos, or I get over on my Instagram sometimes, and that is, why am I buying some of the products that I talk about in these You Don't Need That videos? So I just want to answer, because I understand why that might seem hypocritical or confusing as far as the message of this video. So just to be clear, if you don't know, the products in these videos that I talk about, the point of this video is not that everything in this video is rubbish, it's awful, terrible makeup, it's disgusting, it's horrible, don't buy it, it's useless. That's not the message at all. This video is specifically for people who are trying to be cut back on makeup spending, or who are on a no buy or a low buy. That's obviously not me. I am a beauty creator, I'm a content creator, and I'll let you into a little secret. Sometimes, in fact, a lot of the time, I buy makeup products, new releases, launches that I don't want, that I certainly don't need, that in no way appeal to me, that I don't like. I have to do that a lot of the time, and let me tell you, it hurts. I hate it. I don't like it. But there are products that I think, if I was just buying for myself as a regular consumer, I wouldn't buy these. They're not my thing. I don't need them. I've got plenty of that. But I do need to review them. I think that they'll be a good purchase for my channel or for review purposes. It's going to be a good review. Might not be my color story, might not be my typical kind of thing, but I do need to buy it and review it for my channel. So hopefully that answers that question. These videos, I'm definitely not the target audience of this video. This is for you guys if you're trying to be good, and I understand that a lot of the time on YouTube you're just bombarded with buy this, this is great, new stuff, we all must buy all of the makeup. So these videos are specifically here for you if you're trying to escape that, if you don't want the FOMO, even if some of these products might not be available to you, maybe they're not available in your country. That's an issue a lot of the time. If you're not in the US, sometimes products just don't reach other countries in Europe and further afield. We don't get all of the releases. So it might just be that you just want to come here and hear that we can all live without these products. So hopefully that makes sense, that yes, I will buy some of the products that I feature in these videos. Doesn't mean you need to. Definitely doesn't mean that you have to, or that you're missing out. A lot of the time I waste my money, so you guys don't have to. That's the deal here. So enough about me, let's get on with the makeup that you do not need. First up, we have these Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerise matte formulas. Now, I'm pretty sure at this point everybody knows you don't need these, but just in case you're still on the fence, you're still not sure, you're still trying to decide, I'm here for you. Nobody likes these. That's the first thing. I actually feel like in my review of these products, this is a typical case in point of what I was just talking about. I bought 3 of these, and I'm pretty sure I'll never use them again, probably at this point. I have used them a couple of times, and I think I got pretty lucky. I think I used the perfect exact brush to help this product out, and I think I got pretty lucky. Although it wasn't like perfect application wise, it definitely went a lot better for me than I've seen it go for a lot of other people. Let's just say that. Most people have hated these. Okay, and I think I was just like, they're okay, they're fine, they kind of did what I thought they were going to do, but I've seen some real horror shows, and I do feel like for 99% of people these are completely unnecessary. A lot of comments on my review, you know, saying that there's a lot of these products out here, MAC paint pots, you know, there are lots of drugstore versions of these products that don't have the kind of tricksy things about this formula. It's hard, it's tricky to work with, it's got some issues, certainly. So if you love this type of product, you probably already own lots of these types of formulas that are much easier to work with, that you definitely don't need these ones, okay? The other thing is, I suspect, I don't know yet because they're still pretty new to my collection, I suspect these will dry out very quickly. So there's that. But ultimately, yeah, no one likes these. Nobody likes them. I think I probably like them the most out of everybody that's tried them. And I just thought they were okay. So nobody needs these. And that is an exact reason why I buy things that you don't need to buy, because that for me was like, I don't know, 70 odd pounds or more that I spent on those products that you don't need to spend on them. Okay, let me spend my money so you don't have to. That's what I'm here for. I take one for the team. Next up, let's talk about the Natasha Denona Mini Crush palette. Now, I already covered this in my Will I Buy It, where it was a resounding no, I won't buy it, in fact. But I want to talk about it here because that's kind of a personally, do I want this product? Will I buy it? And the answer was no, because I just felt like between the Love palette that I already own, I just have this look, I have these shades from that brand. I don't need any more kind of pinks from Natasha Denona. I already have plenty. Mini Love and Midi Love, all I could ever need in this colour story. So that's personally why I said I didn't need it. Now it transpires that these are all repeat shades in here. They're all repeat shades from previous palettes. So if you thought this palette looked repetitive, or it looked like we already have this from Natasha Denona, it's because we literally do. We literally already have it. Okay, so Lotus is in Safari, Soul is in the Love palette, there you go. Claret is from Metropolis, Daisy was in the Cranberry palette, and Koi, which was supposed to be like the one new shade to this palette, I saw my friend Morgan Turner actually discovered that already exists as well. So these are all existing shades from Natasha Denona, whacked together in a 5-pan. It seems, I think this ain't lazy. Does seem a little bit lazy, especially as it's Valentine's and it's like, oh look, Valentine's, quick, let's just grab these 5 pinks. Oof, that'll do, yeah? Throw a brush in, nobody will notice. But we did notice, Natasha. We did notice. We don't need that, we already own it. And even if we don't have those palettes that the shades come from, do not try to tell me you don't have some pinks. Do not try to tell me you don't have this type of look already, okay? This is a safe space. We don't lie to each other here. Next up, let's talk about these Huda Beauty reformulated liquid lipsticks. I purchased one of these to check out the formula. If you want to know how I got on with it, check out my lip swatch video. Yes, this is a reformulated version, a new and improved formula of her original matte liquid lipsticks. But guess what? Guess what? It's still a matte liquid lipstick. If, like me, you are telling yourself at some point someone's going to create a liquid matte lipstick that is not going to suck all the life out of your lips and leave every last line like exposed, and is not going to, you know, be more drying or like less comfortable than a regular non-liquid lipstick, or that, you know, maybe this one is going to answer all your dreams and prayers and take you out for dinner, I'm here to tell you it's not going to. I'm sorry. It's a nice liquid lipstick, it is. Is it better than her original formula? Yes, I think it is. Does it still look like a liquid lipstick on the lips, as in, you know, the wrinkly, sucked out life lips? Yes, it does. You can have a look at my video. You'll see my lips look much happier today in this shiny, not dried down, not sucked life out of life that they're living today than they do in that matte liquid lipstick. But like I always say, even if you're a big liquid lipstick lover, maybe you have much plumper, smoother lips than mine, they don't have that same effect on your lips. These are permanent, so you don't need to rush out and buy 5 shades because they're new and they look really nice. They are good, don't get me wrong, they're a good formula for a liquid lipstick, but they're permanent. No need to rush, no need to break the bank, no need to whack it on a Klarna or your credit card. wait for a sale. Why not wait for a sale? Why not wait until it's easy to purchase them and you found the shades that you like, because they're permanent, so there's no rush. Even if these are right up your street, don't panic buy, calm, take a breath. They're still going to be there in a month or two. Next up, let's talk about this Urban Decay Wild Greens palette. Now, I know exactly why for some people this will be really, really tempting. I hear you. I know why. It's because it's got the word green in it. Okay, I hear you. I'm a green girl too. I love my green eyeshadow. Greens they just get me. I love a good green eyeshadow. Okay, will this be a good green eyeshadow is the question. Because first of all, I see the color story and it's not quite giving me what I want it to give. It's not quite giving me, even just looking at the palette, I'm like, it's missing some oomph, some, you know, it's missing. I don't get excited. I look at it and I think the packaging is nice. I think I get slightly suckered in because it says green and the packaging's green, and I can just about make out a hint of green in there if I really squint. But then I see the swatches and I'm reminded that Urban Decay has had I feel like they're having issues with their eyeshadow formula. It's not been quite what we want. It's not quite giving what we want it to give. They look a little wishy-washy, to coin a phrase for a change. They look like they could be certainly a little chalky and a little lacking. I feel like we're really missing some richness to those greens. We're really missing some nice, opaque, rich, creamy colour there. I don't think we've got it. I think we've got slightly chalky, wishy-washy, washed out, slightly just lacking. It's just lacking for me, okay? I think if we buy this because it says green and we think this is going to be the dream green palette that we're all crying out for and screaming out for, I don't think this is going to be it. I think if we wait a little longer, we're going to get that from somewhere. I think we're probably going to get it from Natasha Denona this year. But I don't think this is going to be it. I hear you. I'm crying out for a green eyeshadow palette, but I honestly feel like if we just wait a little longer, with a much better one than this is going to come along. I think this is unnecessarily expensive for what it is, and I think a lot of people who buy this will be disappointed. That's what I'm gonna say. Next up, let's talk about the Chantecaille Giraffe collection. Again, one that visually very pleasing on the eye, isn't it? Very pleasing on the eye. Not least of all because it has a giraffe on it, and I love a good giraffe. I do love a good giraffe. They're very beautiful. I understand it. And that with the Chantecaille packaging with the beautiful animal, it really does. It does get the heart, you know, pumping, doesn't it? I hear you. The lip, I'm not even going to talk to you. I'm not even going to entertain the lip cheeks because these are pretty sheer tinted lip balms. There is nothing new here. The packaging again is gorgeous. We don't buy makeup for packaging here. We're not going to do that. We buy it for the product that's inside. Remember we had that conversation. Remember, that's what we do. We don't buy things for packaging, and the packaging of these is beautiful, yes, but just have a look. Those are very, very light tinted lip balms. Don't you dare tell me you don't have those in your drawer. Don't you dare tell me you don't have these colours, okay? I've told you before, we don't lie to each other here. This is a safe space, all right? I know I just yelled, I'm sorry. It's with love, it's meant with love. So the eyeshadow quality, what is that? The eyeshadow quad here, I feel like is the biggest danger. The most likely product of this release is the quad. That's the one that's gonna catch us out. But actually, look at the open picture where you can't see the giraffe, where you can't make eye contact with the giraffe, and just look at these four shadows. You don't have those already? You don't own the Natasha Denona Glam palette, for example. You don't own that one. The Mini Glam palette, you don't own that one either. You don't own the new Natasha Denona Glam face palettes. Do you perhaps own the bronze palette from Natasha Denona? Do you perhaps own Bieber and a couple of her 5 pans, her minis? Do you perhaps? Because if you do, what's happening? You know you already have these colours. You know that. You know that, right? These are not revolutionary shades. We have these, I promise you. It's a 4 pan cool neutral palette. okay? Leave the giraffe out of it. Next, let's talk about these Estee Lauder blushes. Now, when these first came out, was I excited? I was going to lie then and say I was excited. I don't think I was excited. I think that would be like a slight misrepresentation of my emotions if I was to say I was excited. An exaggeration, if you will. I was more so pleasantly surprised, not surprised. What was I? Who knows? I don't know. Who am I? Intrigued. Maybe intrigued is the most appropriate word. I thought, okay. A lot of people commented when I posted about these on my Instagram when I saw these had launched that, oh, okay, Estee Lauder are trying to get back in the race. I feel like for a long time, Estee Lauder, they've kind of put themselves, or maybe they didn't put themselves there. Maybe we put them in this box of like, this is for, you know, older, mature ladies makeup. That's kind of how it feels. It's become quite old-fashioned, dare I say old-fashioned. Don't get me wrong, they have some great products. Their foundations are fantastic. I love their concealer. They've got some great products. Lip products, fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like they have this reputation. They've kind of found themselves in this position. I think the issue here in the UK, at least, is the fact that they've always had these Boots counters with a very old-fashioned, dressed, like, cosmetologist vibe in every, like, small-town Boots. That's what's happened here. I don't think that was a smart marketing move. If they wanted to stay, like, cool and trendy and down with the kids, they give chemist pharmacy vibes when you go in and see them in a Boots, is what I'm saying. I don't think it's helping them that they keep on including those stupid little mini brushes. They just like, no one uses those, we don't want them, stop putting them in things. They all just go in the bin. And then we've got an unnecessarily large compact with an empty space where the brush should not go. That's what happens. I'm sorry, I've digressed. That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I hate those brushes, don't you? I hate them. We don't need them. Take £3 off the price and leave the brush out of it. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Here's the thing. I think we all got a bit excited because it was like, oh my days, Estee Lauder has released something new, and it looks a little bit more up with the times, like they're going in a direction. We see you, Estee Lauder. We see you with your new foundations that are a bit more up to date. You know, we're moving on from double wear. We're moving into new territory. Maybe this packaging looks a little more modern for the brand. We like it. We see where it's going. But actually, these are just blushes. These are just blushes. The colours are all like, they're fine. There's categorically not a chance we don't all already have all of these blush colours in our collection. We've definitely got all of these, at least 10 of each. And there's nothing that exciting about the finish. It's like a natural finish blush in a few average shades, okay? We don't all need to lose our minds just because Estee Lauder finally brought something out that wasn't a new double wear light. We don't need to go mad, okay? They're just blushes at the end of the day. Never thought I'd be saying that in a sentence. Next up, let's talk about these Fenty Icon semi-matte lipstick collection. Here's the thing. One, these are wildly overpriced for the brand. Am I the only one that thinks that? Because these are £18 for the lipstick, but then you have to buy a case to put the lipstick in. So that makes them £28. That's really expensive for Fenty. That's like as much as their foundation. I don't know what's happened here. And it's not like, you know, the case is encrusted in diamonds. It's a decent, nice lipstick case, sure. Is it worth like making their lipsticks £10 more than you think that they should be? I don't think so, but maybe that's just me. I mean, that makes them as expensive as like a Lisa Eldridge lipstick and not that much less than a Pat McGrath one. And they're always on sale, so probably actually more than a Pat McGrath one because you can always get a discount on those. But I just feel like Fenty usually sits in like the max sort of price bracket. Max lipsticks are like £19. So what's happened here? I think that somehow we've made a mistake with the pricing. So that's that. I think these are overpriced for the brand. But these look nice. I think Fenty lipsticks, generally they do nice lip formulas. Fenty, I feel like that's their best formula. Their lip products are always decent. However, again, look me in my eyes and tell me you don't have these colours of lipstick. Tell me that this is something you need and that you don't already have. Can you? Can you? I don't think you can. I don't think you can you? You already have all of these colours of lipstick. These are not a especially new, innovative formula. These are nothing you don't already have in your drawers. I promise you, you've already got all of these colours. If you want a new lipstick and these appeal to you, by the way, nothing wrong with that. That's allowed. That's absolutely fine. Do you need it? Are you missing out on something really exciting and special? Definitely not. It's about perspective, you know? Next up, I'm going to talk about something I don't think I'm allowed to talk about. So this is scary, but I'm here for you guys, okay? We're going to talk about the Natasha Denona Pastel Palette. Don't tell anyone. Now, this palette, this picture has been all over Instagram. It's everywhere. If you just Google those words that I just whispered to you, you will see it in the images. Scroll through, it will be there, I promise you. Also, you could go and check out Angel Naked's Instagram. It's still up there. That person has no fear of repercussions. I do, because I have been on the receiving end of Natasha Denona's team demanding I take a post down when it's been leaked. So I don't like conflict, okay? I'm a good girl. I like to stay out of it. I don't want to be told off. I don't like it. So I won't be posting the picture, but it's everywhere. You can find it if you want to. Yeah. So there's that. But if you can't find the picture, let me just say, it's exactly what you think in your head it will be, okay? It's a 15 pan, I think, from memory. A 15 pan palette of pastels, every pastel colour you can possibly imagine. What it says to me is, one, that this is either for you or it's not, okay? It's either like your whole life's dreams have just come true, or you don't know what's going on. I'm in the second camp. I don't know what's going on. This is not for me. I wouldn't buy this even for review purposes, because I don't know what to do with it. I'll end up looking ridiculous and it will help no one. So I don't think I would even buy this for review purposes, because my review would just be a whole shambles of a mess and me looking ridiculous and not really knowing what's happening. And none of you would know what's happening either. I promise you, it would not be good. What I can promise you is Morgan Turner. I can already see it. Patty Alonso. Some looks are going to be coming out of those ladies with this palette, let me tell you. Those are the people to go to for this type of colour story, not me. I don't know what's happening. But if you are someone who you see this colour story, pastels, oh yes, give me all the pastels. Hold your horses. Did you already pick up Circa Loco, and did you already pick up the Trio Crème? Was that what it was called? Palette? Because I don't know that this is really giving you anything much new. Once you get these colours on the eye, is it really giving you something you don't already have? I don't know. I feel like if you are a pastels person, you've probably got a whole heap of these colours. And Natasha has kind of done these shades before, scattered about the place, but definitely in her Circa Loco and her Trio Crème palette. I feel like those kind of give you everything that you need to do. And I also have already seen a mini of this palette is coming later in the year. So if you wanted to just have a taste of pastels and not like a whole shebang of crayons, and not like the whole pack of crayons, you just want a few crayons here and there, give it a few more months and you can save yourself approximately £50 and still make your pastel dreams come true. You know what I'm saying? Next up, let's talk about Next up, let's talk about these Tom Ford quads. This is another case of do as I say, not what I do. Because I did order one of these. Which one? Tiger Eye is the one that I ordered. I didn't want any of these. I think these colour stories, I mean, Tom Ford is like king of repeating a colour story. He's king of bringing out the exact same quad 45 different times. Most of the time, it's called Body Heat. Sometimes he slightly changes the name and we think it's different, but it's in fact the exact same 4 shades again in a palette. So I don't think these are necessary. I think these are completely skippable, passable, all of the above, unnecessary, don't need it. We've got these colour stories coming out of our ears. These are nice neutral palettes. Are they breathtaking? Are they stunning? Are they brand new information? I don't think so. I think these are very, very passable. You're not missing out on anything. I know everybody's got them. Everyone's talking about them. The reason I picked up one of these, despite not wanting to, And despite thinking I definitely don't need it in my collection, it's nothing new for me, it's because this is a new formula for the brand. So I felt like I have one Tom Ford quad. I need to have more for review purposes, for comparisons, for swatches, to be helpful when talking about the brand. And so I thought, as this is a new formula, it's a creme formula, so it's not a powder, it's like a creme powder. And in my mind, it's going to be like the Natasha Denona cream powder formula, in my mind at least. I need to try out the new formula. I need to keep up with the people. I need to know what's going on, you know. But trust me, if not for review purposes and for brand knowledge purposes, I would definitely not have bought any of these. I think they're very dupeable and live withoutable, to be frank. There's 100% going to be more exciting things to come in 2022 than these. You can quote me on that. I promise you, more exciting things to come. We can save on this one. And now lastly, but by no means leastly, let's talk about these Bobbi Brown creamy lip and cheek colours. So these are cream product, I guess a liquid product. It's in a tube, so it's got to be kind of a liquid, you know what I'm saying? Cream, cheek and lip 2-in-1 product. Now, as you know, I'm sure, I am a hater of all these types of products, these liquids and creams. Again, you're either a cream person or you're not, I feel like, and I am not. I am not, with a capital T on the end. Can you tell? I've been doing phonics this week. But these kind of 2-in-1 products, here's the thing about these 2-in-1 products. They never work well in both areas. So this claims to be like a lip and cheek product. It's just not going to work nicely in both of those regions. That's my first guess. Okay, if it works beautifully on the cheeks, then it's going to be, I think, too like velvety for the lips. And if it works beautifully on the lips as a dewy, like glowy gloss, it's going to be much too sticky on the cheeks. Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like already I can feel the stickiness of this on the cheeks. I can see it picking up my base products and messing with my bronzer. I can see that already happening. I can see it being horrible either on the lips or on the cheeks. It's not going to work in both those areas. This packaging is going to be messy. But here's the thing about these, okay? I've seen the pictures on the website. Where is it? Where is it, is my question. This is supposed to be creamy colour for cheeks and lips. Balmy for me, that's not a good word for the cheeks. Lips, sure, balmy. Balm, yes, I get it. I don't want balmy things on my cheeks. That spells disaster for me. So that's number one, negative connotations with the word balmy. I feel like that's telling me sticky, slimy, sticking, my hair's going to stick to it. It's going to lift up my products underneath. That's a disaster zone already. And then, yeah, these pictures of the products supposedly on these people's cheeks, I don't see it. Where is it? This is a monocle, which I'm holding, and I don't see it. I don't see any product there. It looks invisible. So what are we doing? I don't understand it. There's nothing there. And then they have the audacity to put these clearly photoshopped swatches on these people's wrists as if suddenly they're really packed with colour. But we've already seen the pictures of it on the people's cheeks and it doesn't seem to have any colour. I'm confused. But I do feel like these are like going to be a whole mess and I'm not sure that anyone's going to like these. So I think we are all just much better keeping are £20, and that's my advice to you. And so there you have it. Those are all the products that we don't need. We're chilling without them. We're good. We've got our lovely products in our drawers. We like to use the makeup we already have, and we like to keep our money that we need about our person and not hand it over in exchange for products that are not going to change our lives in any way. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.